Geez, everyone gone home early.
I wish.
Well, the ACT Party has actually presented to the Representation Commission and expressed that while we welcome the very good people of Grafton who we'd love to have included in the Epsom electorate because they're wonderful people, we also would like to keep the beautiful people of Montlegron, Croydon and Dexter because they're fabulous streets in the Epsom electorate where they should stay.
I think if those voters move into Mount Albert, ACT might have a chance of taking that.
Well, I think if those voters were to be moved into Mount Albert, certainly it would be very tough for them, but I would still reach across the electoral boundary and appeal to them to give their party vote to ACT. Thank you very much, guys. Hey.
Just wanted to ask if there's a bit of protest action scheduled for tomorrow, a lot of it focused on, or mainly focused on Brooks, outside Brooks electorate. Are you concerned about the risks of that, how that might play out at all?
Hey, look, we live in a democracy. People got a right to express their view. The only thing I'd say to them is that, if you have to abuse someone, maybe you don't have a very convincing argument. But Brooke, I know, Brooke is a listener. She's a thinker. She's always been prepared to hear reasonable arguments, but she also gives pretty short shrift to people who are disrespectful or don't want to treat her with the same dignity she treats everyone else.
Do you know if you've, as a party, taken any security measures in advance?
Well, put it this way, if we had taken security measures, we wouldn't be telling everyone about them. Security measures work better when they're stealthy.
Will she be there?
Look, I'm not going to say where Brooke's going to be. If there genuinely was a concern about security, the last thing I'd be doing is telling everyone where she's going to be.
Would she want to engage, though? I suppose it's a question.
Well, again, I don't want to speak for Brooke or put obligations on her, but I've known Brooke for 10 years. She's an incredibly kind and thoughtful person. She's a good listener and thinker, and I suspect that she will listen to people so long as they are as respectful as she is to everyone else.
A lot of national MPs are getting similar heat for it as well. How do you think that'll go down with your coalition partner?
Well, again, my friends and colleagues in the National Party, experienced politicians, they signed up to do the job. And of course, we're here to be representatives and hear people's feedback. What we're not here to have is people who, don't have a very good argument and hurl a whole lot of abuse. Because I tell people straight, I've never changed my mind because someone was rude to me. If you want to change my mind, try giving us some arguments or some facts or some reasoning. That can work.
You're known to go out to a protest though and engage and want to say your piece. So would you encourage your deputy leader to do the same?
Well, look, I don't put my deputy in a position where she feels obliged to do things because of me. Brooke's an adult woman who has the right to make her own choices, but she's someone I admire enormously, and I'm sure she'll do what's important to her in the circumstances. Well, I'll just tell you one example. I had some protesters about Gaza outside one of my public meetings, and they said, Dave, you can't hide, you're supporting genocide. So I walked up to them, I said, folks, I'm not hiding now, but can any of you tell me the definition of genocide? And I said, no, seriously, any of you know? And they all looked at each other, and they said, oh, why don't you tell? I said, I'm not the one shouting. And after a few minutes, one of them started furiously Googling because no one had a clue what they're saying. So look, we've dealt with a few Muppets in our day, and no doubt we'll deal with a few more.
Right, so bring your dictionaries tomorrow, is that the message?
Are you saying
look,
they're Muppets?
These ones were. They were quite rude and abusive, and they didn't know what they were talking about. Yeah.
But the ones tomorrow?
Oh, well, it's possible the ones tomorrow will be Muppets. I mean, I'll have to get my Muppet meter out. Thank you very much. Cheers.